Welcome to Weight Loss Mini Challenge. The purpose of the challenge is to get the ball rolling on your weight loss journey and set you up with the right tools and techniques to maximize the result. In this challenge, we will stretch, tone, mobilize, and realign your posture. All you have to do is come to your mat and give you 100%. After the challenge is finished, repeat it for minimum 4 weeks. The generous sponsor of this challenge and my outfits is Olaben.com, a Los Angeles-based premium fitness wear brand. Olaben's goal is to bring yoga to everyone, inspire wellness, and create a caring community. I'm wearing Olaben outfits daily, and to me they feel like second skin. Soft and stretchy but functional material gives you support during different activities and at the same time giving you flattering, sculpting, and supportive look. The materials are of great quality and allow your body to breathe while moving. Olaben designs are utilitarian and allowed to be worn daily everywhere from studio to street. The outfits are comfortable, stylish, and practical, which is my #1 criteria when picking my workout clothes. I love Olaben's vibrant colors that bring out the good mood and make you feel happy summer vibes. They use plant dyes from recycled or organic materials and plant a tree for each ripped set purchased. Olaben product line includes everything from leggings, bras, and jumpsuits to tennis wear to high-quality non-slip yoga mats, blocks, water bottles, and lava stone bracelets and necklaces. If you like to look stylish and feel confident in your workout attire, Olaben.com is a perfect spot for your fitness shopping needs. Use the code Gayatri to get 15% off your first order. This code is active for 1 month only, so don't wait too long to make your order. If you are ready to start your weight loss journey, roll out your mat and begin practicing. Welcome to today's practice. In today's Power VINYASA class, we'll be working on cultivating lots of heat, internal heat to promote weight loss and increase metabolic rate. We will work on releasing tension from the superficial layer of muscles and going deep into mobility work, into flexibility work to help the fluids move freely through the body, to let the blood flow, the lymph flow, that is going to help you reduce the volume of the liquids stuck in your tissues, which is going to help visibly improve the condition of your skin, and it's going to help you feel better, lighter in your body, more energized and fully awakened. We'll begin the practice in a seated position. Cross your legs, roots through the sit bones, lengthen through the crown. Reach the crown up and soften through your shoulders. Take a moment to scan your body and notice how you feel at the beginning of your practice. How difficult or easy this pose feels for you. Noticing if you are sitting on your sit bones or maybe you're collapsed to your tailbone. And try to sit on your sit bones if possible, and if it's really challenging for you, maybe put a pillow, a blanket, or maybe a block under your sit bones. Notice how it feels for your lower back, for your lower belly, hips, how it feels for your middle back, shoulders, neck. Noticing the position of your shoulders and arms. Are your shoulders rolled inward? Are they close to your ears, or your neck is nice and long? Observing the position of your head. Where is it stacking relative to your spine? And noticing your breath, your inhales and exhales. What parts of the body are involved into breathing right now? Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And notice as you keep breathing in deep inhales and exhales, are your shoulders and upper back and neck muscles engaged into this movement? Or they are more or less relaxed and only the ribs and the belly is involved into this? Do you notice any movement in your lower back and your pelvic floor on your inhales and exhales? So if you notice that your shoulders are moving and your upper back is getting involved. Shoulders are reaching to the ears on your big inhales. Try to avoid it. Try to soften and relax your shoulders. Let your arms just melt on the sides of the rib cage. On the inhale, allow your lower ribs to expand to the sides, to the back, to the front. And the belly will move to the front. The lower back will expand. Sides of the waist will expand. On the exhale, everything is softening and slightly contracting. Elongating your inhales and exhales. When you're ready, open your eyes. Keep your palms on your knees. Inhale. As you exhale, start tilting your pelvis backwards. Start rounding your lower back, middle back, upper back, and neck. As you inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, lift through the heart. Gaze up to the sky. Exhaling, tilting the pelvis back, around your lower back, middle back, upper back. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forwards and the vertebrae are following. You're stretching through the front line. Gently lift the chin and gaze up. Exhale, tilt the pelvis back, round your lower back, middle back, upper back. The gaze is gliding down. And now we are going to initiate the movement from the neck. So start staking your vertebrae from the neck, and then upper back, middle back, lower back, and then the pelvis is following. As you exhale, start directing your gaze down, tucking the chin, lengthening through the base of the skull. Upper back is reversing, middle back, lower back, and then the pelvis is tilting back. One more time. You are beginning to lift the gaze from the floor forward and up, arching through the neck, middle back, lower back, tilt the pelvis forward. As you exhale, gaze is gliding down. You're lengthening through the base of the skull. The gaze is on the floor. You're tucking the chin, rounding your upper back, middle back, widen through the lower ribs. The lower back, tilt the pelvis back. While you're in this position, reach your arms forward. Try to interlace the fingers and rotate the palms away from you. Stretch through the fingers, reaching your palms forward. Stretch through the middle back by reaching your spine back. So in this opposite movement, you're going to create space through the middle back. Big inhale into the back of your heart. Now imagine you have an empty balloon in your mouth. You take a deep inhale, expanding through the back ribs, and on your exhale, keeping your lips closed as if you're holding your balloon, you're visualizing you're blowing the air into the balloon, so it will sound and look like this. So you're emptying the belly, keeping the belly tight, and then on the next inhale, you're going to expand and inhale into the back of your heart, into the back of your diaphragm. Hold, and as you exhale again, visualize you're blowing into your balloon. And compress through the front of your belly. Hold your breath. Inhale into the back of your heart. Hold. Exhale, start folding even more, compressing. Exhale into your balloon. Inhale into the back of your heart. And now as you exhale, you flex to the left. Inhale into the right ribs. One more time, exhale.
flexing even more to the left. Inhale into the right side. Hold your breath. Exhale, return to neutral. Inhale into the back of your heart. Exhale into your balloon, flexing to the right side while you are folding forward, rounded. Compress through the right side, open through the left. Inhale into the left ribs. Arms are pushing away. Feel expansion here, hold. Exhale, compress to the right side even more as you exhale. Hold. Inhale to the left ribs. Last one, exhale. Inhale into the left ribs. Exhale, return to neutral. Inhale, reach your palms forward, begin stacking your pelvis, vertebrae, lifting through the heart, arching up. Move your arms out to opposite side. Stay in your little back bend, palms are flexed, circle the arms forward and move your head side to side. And then reverse to opposite side. Notice how you feel through the arm lines. And now while you're pushing the palms to opposite side, rotate the big thumb down and back, up and back. While you're pushing the palms to opposite side. Left palm is going down to the floor. And right palm is going down to the floor. You're pushing the floor to opposite side, staying in your back bend. So gentle lift through the heart center, through your solar plexus. Try to widen through the front ribs on your inhale. Exhale, soften. Palms are pushing the floor to opposite sides. Biceps are rolling outwards. Move your head side to side. As you lift through the heart, right arm is reaching up, up, up. And now you start tilting the pelvis back, left elbow softens, and you begin rotating to the left side and down to the floor. So you allow your lower back to round and move into spiral position. Now left palm pushes to the floor. As the arm extends, you twist and reach your heart up to the sky, rotate slightly to the right. Inhale up, find the side stretch, stay in your back bend. And now tilt the pelvis back, spiral to the left and down, open through the right side of the ribs. Reverse and lift through the heart, move into your back bend and a little rotation to the right. Up and exhale, spiral. While you're in this position, you're flexing the spine and rotating to the left. So feel a nice diagonal line going through the back. And now you can lift the right arm up and maybe let it drop and then lift circles. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Be careful if you have any issues with your shoulders. Use smaller range of motion, opposite side. Left palm hook into the outside of the right thigh, and you slowly root the sit bones and begin rolling up one vertebra at a time. Crown is reaching up. Move your head side to side and do the circles and opposite side. Move the left ear to the left shoulder, right side stretches, and then start tucking the chin and then lifting up. So the left ear is still reaching to the shoulder and you're finding movement here. Right shoulder is reaching down. Return to neutral, soften, right ear goes down, left side stretches. You can move into full circles. And now slowly rotate diagonally so that the sternum was aligned with your left knee, and begin folding down towards the left thigh. Notice how it feels for your lower back. And now rotate to the center between the knees and to the right side. You can lengthen through the left arm to the right. Exhale, return to neutral. Bring the palms to the floor or the blocks. Push the floor away from you, tilt the pelvis back and round. Drag the mat towards you, tilt the pelvis forward and lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, round. Move the palms towards you and begin staking your vertebrae to rise up to neutral. Keep your palms on the knees. Tilt the pelvis back to round the whole back line, and then inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Open your arms out. Bring the palms down to the floor. Pull the floor to opposite side. Stay in your little back bend. Move your head side to side. Notice if anything feels different on the right side of the neck and the left side of the neck. Right palm stays on the mat, left arm lifts. You're finding a side stretch while in your back bend. And now allow yourself to lose the back bend. Tilt the pelvis back to round your lower back, middle back, upper back while you're spiraling to the right and down to the floor. Right elbow is bent. Tucking the chin. Feel the tension line through the back. Right palm pushes to the floor. You reverse your spiral, lift the heart up and then rotate a little to the left. Exhale, spiral to the right and down. Inhale, up and lift. Exhale, spiral right and down. Inhale, up and lift. Last one, spiral right and down. Tuck the chin. And now the arm is going down to the floor, back up, forward and again down. Big circles with your arm creating tension line. When the arm lifts and reaches to the right, feel the line coming from your lower back. And then reverse. And hook the left palm to the outside of the left thigh, rooting through the sit bone, slowly roll up, reach the crown up, finding yourself in a nice twist. You can move your head side to side. Circles. And now the right ear is reaching to the right shoulder, and you're tucking the chin, stretching the back side of the neck, and releasing. And then you can move into rotation to the left, and the chin goes up to the ceiling, and then back down to tuck. Slowly return to neutral, loosen, release the left side, left ear is reaching to the left shoulder, right side is lengthening. Return to neutral, inhale and exhale, align your sternum with the right knee and change the cross of your legs quickly. Begin folding down towards the right thigh. Breathe into your lower back, send the breath to the pelvic floor. And when you do that, you're gonna feel some more stretch happening through your breath with the help of your breath, decompressing. Inhale and exhale, move into the center between the knees. You can stay on the palms or the blocks. And now to the left, and maybe reach your right arm all the way to the left, extending the elbow. Feel the tension line happening from your lower back all the way to the fingers. Feel the connection of your lower back to your pinky finger. Inhale and exhale, slowly return to neutral, move the palms towards you, spread the fingers, push the palms to the floor to tilt the pelvis back and round your whole back line. Drag the mat towards you, tilt the pelvis, forward, lift, gaze up. Exhale, tilt the pelvis back to round. Drag the mat towards you, lift and lengthen. Exhale, round. Drag the mat towards you, lift and lengthen. Slowly move the palm towards the shin bones, root through the sit bones, rise up, return to neutral, tilt the pelvis back, and then inhale, lift through the heart. Exhaling, rounding vertebrate by vertebrate at a time, and then inhale, lifting up. Round, and then start taking your vertebrae into neutral position. Keep your eyes closed for a moment and notice how your back feels right now, how your neck feels, how your shoulders feel in this position. And now when you take deep breaths, maybe you notice that your shoulders, neck, upper back muscles are a little more relaxed, more calm, and maybe there is more movement in your ribs, in your belly. When you're ready, open your eyes and transition to your tabletop position. Bring the palms right under the shoulders, knees right under the hips. Press the shin bones to the floor. Press the base of the wrist, the knuckles, and the tips of the fingers into the mat. Roll, soften the elbows and roll the biceps slightly out and pull the floor to opposite sides. You're gonna feel activation through the upper back and your arms, feeling more stable. Now as you push the palms to the floor as if you're trying to push your mat forward, it makes your hips move back, you're hinging through the hips. Control your pelvis and feel your sit bones widening. Now press your lower legs to the floor, keep your spine and neck neutral, reversing. So keep shifting your table back and forth. Arms are pulling the floor to opposite sides, and your shin bones can pull the floor to opposite sides. You're gonna feel activation through your glutes, your thighs. Now when you shift, when you can control the pelvis on your way back, start tucking the tailbone without squeezing your glutes. Lengthen through your lower back, middle back, and upper back. Stay rounded here and keep pulling the floor to opposite sides. Your chin is reaching to your chest. Inhale to the back of your heart and exhale, soften. Couple of inhales here. Focus on expansion on your inhales. And keep pressing your lower legs to the floor, and it's gonna help you start shifting your shoulders forward while you're staying rounded. Your neck is rounded too. When you align your shoulders over the wrists, start uncurling. Crown is reaching to the front. Sit bones are reaching back. Your back, pelvis, your neck, and head are neutral. Let's do 2 more waves. Inhale, shift the hips back. Exhale, slowly making a wave, moving forward, and return to neutral. One more time, inhale back, exhale, big wave forward, and return to neutral. Now shift the hips back one more time, start tilting the pelvis. As you start moving forward, tilt your hips to the right, sinking them down, and you will feel your right side while lengthening, stretching. Tilt your head to the left. Feel the side of the neck stretching too. Take a couple of breaths here. Push the floor away from you with the arms. So on the big inhale, feel expansion through your waist. Exhale, soften. Couple of inhales and exhales here. Now push the palms to the floor to reverse to neutral. Realign your tabletop. Inhale, shift the hips back. Exhale, controlling your wave, shifting forward and then tilting your hips to the left. And then the head tilts to the right. Stretch to the left side of the body. And as your big inhale goes to your lower back and your waist, you feel nice expansion, decompression. Lengthening. Press the palms into the mat to lift the hips. Inhale. Exhale, shift the hips back into child's pose. Breathe into the low back. Into your pelvic floor. Now lower the forearms down, bring the elbows close to your knees. Palms are pressing into the mat. As you're trying to drag the mat away from you, it makes your pelvis tilt back and around your lower back, middle back, upper back. Tuck the chin. As you drag the mat towards you, it makes your chest lift. Your gaze is gliding on your mat forward and slightly up to the front. Exhale, push the floor away from you with the forearms around your back. And then inhale, lift and lengthen. One more time, exhale, round. Pause here. You can pull the mat to opposite sides, staying rounded as much as you can, and breathe into the back body. Now stay rounded, lift the elbows, keep pushing the floor away from you with the arms. Pull the mat to opposite sides, feel the activation through the arms and upper back, and breathe into the back line again. Now slowly begin lifting your head, tilt the pelvis forward, moving into a nice arch. Then exhale, push the floor away from you to round the whole back line. Drag the mat towards you to lift and lengthen, awakening your pelvis, your hip joints, releasing your lower back, mobilizing the spine, the rib cage. Inhale up and exhale round. Inhale, return to neutral. Right arm is reaching up to the sky, and now you circle the arm back and down to the floor. Reverse up, forward, and sink down. Maybe cross the arms slightly to the left. Feel the tension through the right side, and then reverse. Inhale up, back and down, up, forward, sinking down. One more time. Inhale up, back, and again twisting, working on your rib cage mobility. Forward and down. Now return your right arm to neutral. It can be in the previous position or maybe in the center. Left arm is reaching up to the sky, back and down to the floor. And now reverse up, forward and slightly to the right, lengthen through the waist. Inhale through the nose, exhale down. Inhale up to the right and down. Last one, inhale up, left and back, down to the floor, up to the right and down. Sink down into your child's pose. Extend your arms forward. Spread the fingers. Palms are pressing into the mat and pulling the mat to opposite sides. And feel the outer side of your arms, outer side of your armpits, and back, activating. Breathe. While you're pulling the mat to opposite sides, breathe. You can keep your elbows slightly softened. Your neck is neutral, shoulders away from your ears. Now start dragging, roll the biceps out so that it's gonna bring your elbows in, and start dragging the mat towards you, and it's gonna help you lift your booty. And you're going to glide your chest forward between your elbows. Start peeling your elbows up. Chest is hovering on the floor between the palms. You lift through the heart. And then exhale, push the floor away from you. Elbows up, going in towards one another, and you reverse. And again, drag the mat towards you. Your chest is gliding between your elbows. You're trying to hover, and then reverse and back. Your arms are activating right now. And again, drag the mat towards you. Hover as low as you can. Lift. And now try to tilt the pelvis backwards. So you're gonna round your lower back, middle back, upper back, and as you lift the hips, uncurl into upward dog, lifting your knees, staying on the tops of your feet. Stretch through the front line. Exhale, lower the knees, shift the hips back, curl the tailbone under to make a big way forward, all the way to the front, uncurling into half plank, and then into upward dog, and lift your knees. Exhale, soften the knees, shift the hips back, make your wave as you exhale forward into half plank, sinking hips down, and you're kind of dragging the feet forward, but the mat is resisting, and it helps you stretch the front line. Start tucking the chin, push the floor away from you around your upper back, middle back, lower back, and you're moving into downward dog with your toes the opposite way. So you're stretching your toes, soften the knees, and then extend a couple of times. Noticing how much tension you store in your feet, the tops of the feet. How often do you stretch this area? And then slowly, maybe pulse 1, 2, and quickly jump to uncurl. And reverse the toes to regular downward dog. Walk your legs here, bending one knee at a time. And now lift both heels up, gaze to the belly button, and start uncurling, making your wave forward into a rounded plank. And then shifting your crown forward, shifting your heels forward into a regular plank. Now reverse into downward dog. Lift your heels up. Your gaze is gliding from the pubic bone to your belly button, to your ribs, and then to the floor between the palms and to the front, and you're moving into plank. Shift the hips back and up, downward dog. Last one, big wave, forward, rounded plank, and then regular plank. Shift the hips back and up, downward dog. Open your feet out, maybe mat width apart. Rotate the toes in, heels out. Pulse for 2, 1, 2, and then extend your legs. 1, 2, extend, keep sinking through the armpits. 1, 2, keep your spine neutral, don't overarch here, but at the same time, try to avoid the roundness. And now rotate the heels in, toes out, and pulse. 1, 2, and extend. 1, 2, extend, noticing how your hips feel, inner thighs, quads. Extend. 1, 2, extend. And maybe let's switch. So toes in, heels out. 1, 2, and then toes out, heels in. 1, 2, and keep going for 10. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, press the fingers into the mat. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2, breathe. 1, 2, slow down your breath. 7, 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, try to find your rhythm. 1, 2, 1, 2, 9, 1, 2, 1, 2, 10, extend. Keep your feet wide, so wide-legged downward dog. Be careful if your floor is slippery. Right palm is reaching towards the left ankle or shin bone, and you do a little twist to the left while your heels are reaching down. And maybe you can do little wiggles to the left, kind of sinking more into the heel and then reversing. Reverse, right palm goes down. Press the whole palm and fingers into the mat as if you're trying to grab a ball. Left palm is reaching to the outside of the ankle or the shin bone. You're finding your twist. Reach the sit bones up. You can soften the knee slightly and reach the sit bones up. In your twist, do little wiggles as if you're dancing side to side, to the right, right and reverse. Inhale, exhale, return. Keep your feet wide, lift your heels, gaze to the belly button. Big wave forward into rounded plank and then regular plank. Shift the hips back and up. Into wave, lift your heels. Plank, return. And now again, big wave forward into plank. And now jump your feet back in to the center. Shift the hips back and up. Downward dog. Pulse for 2. 1, 2. Gaze to the front and jump to the front of the mat. Inhale. Soften your knees. Grab opposite elbows and swing side to side. Let your shoulders and arms relax. After holding yourself upside down, slowing down your breath, slowing down your heart rate. Bring your palms to your ankles and gliding the palms up. Your shin bones begin rolling up. The palms are touching the knees, and then your crown is starting to reach forward. So you're kind of diving out and finding yourself in a 90-90 position. Again, you're sinking down, compressing the belly to the thighs, palms going to the shins, to the feet, ankles. And then the palms are gliding, you're lifting halfway. And then lift through the heart. And again, exhale down. Roll up. Lift and lengthen. Exhale as you're folding down, right leg stretches, left knee bends, you twist to the right. Stack your shoulders and shift the weight from the heel slightly forward. You can circle the top arm. And then opposite side. Inhale, exhale down, return to neutral, roll up halfway, inhale, lift through the chest, crown is reaching forward and begin compressing. The right leg stays straight, the left leg stays straight, the right knee bends, and you are shifting your weight forward, so feel a nice tension, and as you twist, feel maybe spiraled sensations around the leg and the hip. Stack your shoulders, gaze up. Let the arm fall and lift back up quickly. 2, 3, 4, and 5, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lift and lower down. Walk. Now toes in, heels out. Bend your knees slightly and extend. Bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. Keep your feet in this position. Tilt the pelvis backward. Root the feet into the floor and begin rolling up. One vertebra by vertebra at a time. You can reach the arms up, interlace the fingers behind your head and lift through the heart. Exhale, tuck the chin, lengthen. You can even guide the thumbs to lengthen through the base of the skull as you tuck. And then begin rolling down, one vertebra by vertebra at a time. Breathing into the back body. Pausing while your hips are still vertical, pelvis is still vertical, but you are flexed around your middle back, around your lower ribs. And now do a little tilt, twist to the left, kind of lengthen through the right elbow to the left. Toes are rotated inward. And then reverse to the right. Inhale and exhale, you do the twist to the left, through the center, to the right. Return to center. We are going to reverse the breath. Inhale. As you exhale, soften the belly. On your inhale, you twist. Expand through the right ribs. Exhale here. Inhale one more time. Exhale, reverse to center. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, twist. Left elbow is reaching to the right and down. Expansion through the left ribs, left side of your waist. Exhale. Maybe twist a little deeper. Control your hips and feet. Big inhale to the left side. Decompressing. Exhale. Returning to neutral. Let go of the hold on the arms. Rolling down one vertebra at a time. Down, down, down. Now bring your toes to neutral. Bring your heels together so the toes will stay out. Start lifting your heels, bending your knees, and you're squatting down into this Malasana variation. Heels together, toes out, and you begin lowering your forearms down. Again, expanding through the back body on your inhales. Melting into your stretch on your exhale. Inhale, lift your chest halfway up. Begin opening your heels out, staying on your balls of the feet. Reach your arms forward, reach the crown up. Try to reach the heels all the way down, so you tilt your weight slightly forward with your head and shoulders while the heels are going down so that you didn't fall. Now power up to lift your heels and then lower. Lift the heels and lower. Lift the heels and lower, and now lift. Drag the knees forward. Now try to be more vertical, maybe even lean slightly back to bring your knees down in a controlled way, and then power up to lift, and then bring the heels down. Lift your heels, working on your feet. Lots of lymphatic nodes here that influence how the whole system works. Lift. So you need to have flexible, elastic feet forward, and now we lift. And maybe you can play with rotating the knee out and then back to neutral. The knee out so the toes rotate, so you have to control yourself balancing. Out, neutral, heel in, toes out, in neutral. One more time. Right. Try to keep your thigh more or less parallel to the floor, in neutral. And from here, start lifting your heels up to pulse. So 1, 2. Stay on the ball of the first, second, and third toes. Don't collapse to the tiny toes. Lift, and lift, and lift. Notice how it feels through the back of your feet, ankles, Achilles tendons. And now lower down carefully, reaching your hips up, heels down. Release. If you need to, maybe shift the weight to shake it off. Shake it off. Inhale, keep your palms on your shin bones, lift your chest halfway up. Exhale, soften the belly to the thighs, soften the knees down. Palms holding onto ankles, pulse the booty up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just focus on the pulses, you don't have to extend all the way, focus more on the control of your lower back. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Going down, bring the palms down to the floor, step or jump into plank, shift your shoulders forward, chaturanga. Inhale and curl the toes, upward dog. Exhale, tuck the chin. You can roll the biceps inward and push the floor away from you around the upper back, middle back, lifting your hips up into this rounded plank. And now the right foot glides in. Press the toes to the floor and now shift the hips back as if you're trying to extend your right leg. So you're gonna stretch the toes on both legs but more on the right. Now you slowly reverse, align the shoulders over the wrist. Glide your right foot back into this plank variation. Lower down by bending the elbows. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, tuck the chin, roll the biceps inward, round the upper back, middle back, lift the hips, glide the left foot in, push the floor away from you with the foot to kind of extend and stretch the toes. Then carefully reverse, step the foot back. Chaturanga, you can lower the knees down if needed. Inhale, upward dog. And now exhale, again round, roll the biceps in, push the floor away from you. Big lift into downward dog with your toes in the same position. Toes stretching. And now you're diving your chest down, belly down, and then gaze is gliding forward as if you're diving out of water, transitioning into this like bendy plank, into upward dog. And then exhale, tuck the chin, roll the biceps inward, big wave back and up, soften the knees and uncurl the toes. Really focus on spreading your toes, moving them one away from another. And now lift your heels, bend your knees. From here, you're beginning to pulse the knees to the floor and then lift halfway. 1, 2. So I want you to focus not on extending and stretching the hamstrings, but stretching the toes on the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lift your hips, lift your right leg up, step the foot to the front of the mat, lower the back heel down, sweep your arms forward and up into warrior 1. Exhale, frame the foot, lift the back heel up, step your right leg back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, repeating our variation of vinyasa. Push the floor away from you, round the back, big wave up, and now right leg drags in and you're stretching the toes and then reversing plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, round to roll up. In reversing your wave, left foot moves forward, you're stretching the toes, the ankle, reversing, step it back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, tucking the chin, rolling into downward dog variation, and then sinking into arching and moving forward into upward dog. Exhale, reverse. Pulse, 1, 2, and back. And again, spread the toes. You can kind of pull the feet to opposite sides to feel stretch through the big toes. And then lift your heels, direct the knees forward and down, stretch through the toes and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you extend the legs, lift your left leg up and step it to the front of the mat. Lower the back heel down. Sweep your arms forward and up into warrior 1. Inhale. As you exhale, step your left foot back to plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Uncurl the toes. Exhale, rolling down. Big wave up. Right foot glides in. Extend. Reverse. Back. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale, tuck the chin. Roll up to left leg, glide in, and then shift to extend. Reverse. Back to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, rolling down. Big wave to downward dog. And then you're arching. Sink in the chest. Arching your lower back. And then in this arch, shifting forward into upward dog. Exhale, tug to roll up. Pulse 1, 2, and reverse. And again, stretch the back of the toes. Push the balls of the feet. Lift the heels carefully. Stretch. The knees align with your second toes. Pulse, pulse, and pulse. Carefully lift your right leg up and step the foot to the front of the mat. Lower the back heel down, rising up for your warrior 2. Arms extended, gaze to the front and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Flip your front palm up. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, bring the palm to the inner side of the foot, the block, and start extending your right leg and then bending. Stack your shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5. As you bend the knee, left arm is reaching up to the ear, and then you spiral your chest to the floor. Then you reverse and extend the leg. Bend, spiral the chest down, reverse, extend. Bend, spiral down, reverse, extend, bend, spiral down, reverse, extend. One more time, bend, spiral down, reverse, extend. And now as you move forward, lift the back heel up, right arm is reaching forward. And now lift up, and then exhale down. Let's lift only halfway up, and then exhale down. Inhale up. Notice how it feels through the lateral side of your right leg, the glute. Lift and sink. Glute helps you to extend the hip, and then sink, lift and sink. Left palm goes down, right arm reaches up to the sky to rotate your chest to the right. Rotate your right toes to the right, left heel to the left. Press the feet down into the mat to lift the hips up, arm is reaching to the ear, and then sink the hips down. Inhale up and lift, exhale down, inhale lift, exhale down, inhale lift, exhale down, inhale lift, rotate to face the front of the mat, drag the mat back, stretching the back of the ankle and compressing the front, and then extend the hamstring. 2, 3, 4. Drag the mat back. 5. And now bend and step your right foot back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, you're going to roll down, roll the biceps in, into downward dog, and then arch forward, again, into plank, chaturanga. Push the floor away from your plank variation, chaturanga, in upward dog. Now, carefully shift the hips back up and maybe roll to uncurl the toes, downward dog. Take a couple of breaths here. Inhale, lift your left leg up and step it to the front of the mat. Lower the back heel down, powering up through to your warrior 2 and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Flip your front palm up, reverse the warrior. Exhale, reach forward, bring the palm to the floor or to the block. Reach your right arm up, or maybe keep it on the hip. Stack your shoulders. Left leg extends and then bends. Push the foot into the mat to extend. Drag the mat back to bend and feel your hamstring inner thigh activating. Bend, extend, bend, extend, bend, and extend, bend, extend, bend, extend. And now bend, lift your right arm up, bring it to the ear, rotate the chest to the floor, and now reverse and extend. 2, 3, And now rotate your chest to the floor, lift your right heel up, and left arm is going to the front. Power up through the front foot to lift halfway, and then exhale down. Push the foot to the floor to lift. 1. Breathe. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the right arm down and rotate to the left. Left toes rotate to the left, right heel to the right. Pressing the feet to the floor. Lift the hips up, stretch through the left side. Exhale down, stretch the right side. Up and exhale down. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. 4 and 5. Power up to reverse, and now drag the mat to the back to bend the knee and flex to the ankle, stretch the Achilles tendon, press the foot, direct the sit bones back and up to stretch the hamstring. 1, 2, use the blocks if needed. 3, 4, and 5. Bring the palms down, step your left foot back into plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, lower the knees down, shift the hips back. Begin making a big wave forward into half plank. Inhale, shift the hips back. Exhale, big wave forward into half plank. One more time, inhale back. Exhale. From half plank, curl the toes, and when you curl the toes, kind of hook the big toes to the floor and pull them to opposite sides. So you're gonna feel some space being created between the big toes and the rest of the toes, and then start lifting the knees, push the heels back, feel the connection to the big toes. Now move into squat and then shoot forward into plank. Squat, plank. 2, feel the connection to the big toe, push to the ball of the big toe into the mat. Now do pulses. 1, 2, and forward. 1, 2, forward. 1, 2, forward. Last one. 1, 2, and jump into Malasana. Here, lift the torso, stay low, pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now right knee goes in, reverse, left knee goes in, and then reverse. Right knee goes in and reverse, left knee in and reverse. Right knee goes in, and you keep twisting, 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 crossing the legs and stretching as you fall down. Notice how it feels for your legs. Then you reverse, softening the knees, reverse, back to Malasana, pulse. 1, 2, left knee goes in, through the right, cross the legs, extend, folding down, and then as you lift the chest, bend the knees, control yourself to reverse the loaf. Be careful if you have a non-slip mat. Pulse. 1, 2, right knee goes in, cross, 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 to fold, and then reverse, lift the chest, bend the knees, pulse. 1, 2, left knee goes in, keep crossing, twisting, folding down, and then lift, bend the knees, lift the torso, reverse. 1, 2, right knee goes in, keep twisting, twisting, and down. Prepare for the last one. Bend the knees, lift the torso, reverse, pulse. 1, 2, left one goes in, and you twist, twist, twist to fall down. Lift, bend your knees, and then reverse and pulse. If you need to open your legs wider, hinge through the hips, direct the pubic bone in between your inner thighs. So instead of doing something like this, we want to do this, but don't overarch your lower back. And pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Squat down. If your legs are too wide, bring them in, into Malasana. Breathe. Move your head side to side. And now carefully try to lower the booty, the hips down to the floor. And maybe you can grab your big toes, extend one leg up and then lower the other leg up and lower one by one. And now bring your feet together, open the knees out into butterfly and pulse. And now lift your knees, open your feet out. Maybe move your hips slightly away from the heels. Right knee goes in. Notice how it feels. Maybe you have better internal rotation than normally. Lift, right, lifts, left one goes down. One by one. And now left one goes to the left, right one goes to the left, and you spiral. You can add the movement of the arm to spiral to the left, and then reverse. Both knees go to the right, left arm lifts, and you spiral to the right. Lift, up, to the left, and down, up. One more time. So you find your legs in Z set position. All you need to do is bring your left heel to the glute, and you have perfect alignment. So the right glute has more weight, the left one is hovering. And now sink to align your sternum with your right knee. So your solar plexus is aligning with the right knee. You're holding down and feeling a stretch through the glute. Maybe you can move side to side. Maybe you can do little circles, kind of sinking, shifting to the side and lifting. But keep your belly nice and long, and then reverse. And now from here, I'm going to rotate to face you. From here, frame the knee and start lifting your hips and then lowering. If you don't have enough elasticity to lift and keep your left palm on the mat, maybe use the blocks. Lift and lower, maybe stay on your fingertips. Lift and lower. So I want you to focus on stretching through this area, creating more space, again opening the tissues up, decompressing. Maybe when you lift, you can stack your shoulders and gaze up. Exhale, lower as you sink. Inhale, lift, gaze up, spiral to reverse, and sink down. One more time. Inhale, lift, and maybe you can allow the arm to circle behind you as you lift the hips up. Big circles, and then opposite side. And then exhale, lower the hips down. Now sink the belly to the right thigh. And now, while you're sinking halfway, your belly is nice and long, front line is long. You do micro tilts back and forward with your pelvis. So you're kind of tucking and tucking the pelvis, but without overly engaging your glutes. Don't squeeze the glutes. Focus on visualizing your bones rocking forward and back. As you sink down, start circling to the center between the knees, folding down for a moment. Breathe. Lift to lengthen through the front line. A couple of pelvic tilts to round the back body, and then lift to lengthen the front. Exhale. As you round, you lengthen the back, compress the front. As you tilt the pelvis forward, you lengthen the front and compress the back. Exhale, round, and return to neutral. So from this position, you release the twist, return, and do the opposite side. So that's it. So bring the right heel into the right glute and rotate, so sink your sternum towards the left knee, sink into the left glute. Focus not doing this, instead of focusing on reaching the nose to the knee and the hip is not being stretched. We want to focus on tilting the pelvis forward, stretching through the glutes and all the little muscles inside your hip joint. So maybe even if you look like this, it's already enough to feel some tension. Maybe you can do minor circles. So whenever you move any part of the body, the tension lines change in other parts of the body because everything is connected. So adding movement to your poses helps you have more multi-dimensional, multi-plane influence on your tissues. And now as you frame the knee, start sinking your feet and shin bones to the floor to lift the hips and stretch through the front of the hips, especially the right one. And maybe after you feel that you are fine and safe here, you can add a lift in your right arm and stacking your right shoulder above the left, gazing up to the sky. So the more you do this, the more stretch and tension you create through the front, and then let it go by spiraling back down. So as if you are stretching an elastic band and then letting it go on your exhale. Inhale, creating more volume as you inhale on the way up, softening on the way down. Up and down. Now when you lift, you can explore circling your arm, or maybe if the arm is bent, your elbow reaching back behind you, and then big circles with your arm. You can be on the blocks, or maybe even a chair or coffee table. Breathe. And then reverse the arm movement. Inhale and exhale down. And again, you're sinking down, belly is lengthening, pubic bone is hiding between your inner thighs, kind of sinking into the left hip bone. And you're stretching through the left glute, but now you're adding tiny pelvic tilt. So instead of doing all of this big movement, we are doing just the pelvis. You can integrate the work of your feet, push one foot to the floor and then the other, and it's going to help you initiate the movement. Right foot, forward tilt, left foot, backward tilt. Tiny movement. Try not to engage your glutes too much. Lengthen, sink, and now circle to the center between your knees. If you feel that you're collapsed more to the left and your right hip is too high, realign yourself and maybe bring something under the left glute, maybe a small ball, a towel, or a block under the left knee. Breathe, sinking down. Lift through the heart, bring the palms down, tilt the pelvis back, and now drag it forward, lift and lengthen. Exhale back. Inhale, lift. Exhale back. Inhale, lift. Exhale back, slowly rolling up. Now lifting your knees, and again, you can move your hip bones into internal and external rotation. And you bring your feet together, open out and in, out and in, out. Keep your feet parallel, bring your palms on your shin bones, tilt the pelvis back to round, drag the mat towards you to lift and lift through the heart. Exhale, round, inhale, Lift and lengthen. Exhale, very carefully rolling down. You can have the palms on the back of your thighs, through your sacrum, lower back, middle back, upper back. Bring your feet down. You can do gentle pelvic tilts forward and back. Just rock the sacrum. Keep your glutes relaxed. Relax your lower back, relax your belly, relax your feet. And now as you move your left knee to the left, feel that the tissues now are pulling the right thigh. They're inviting the right thigh to go. Right pelvic half, and then your rib cage. You can do a little tiny twist to the left. And then reverse the rib cage, pelvis, knees one by one. Now the right knee goes down and invites the rest of the body. Left knee, left pelvis, left ribs. And you can have the palm on the mat, but maybe lift your shoulder blade slightly off to go into a little twist. Exhale, release. Do a couple of more at your own pace and really feeling how one movement is inviting another. And exhale, return to neutral. Carefully rock your pelvis again, forward and back. Bring yourself to neutral. And extending your legs, extend your arms, palms facing up. Scanning your body to make sure each and every part is completely relaxed. Feeling the support of the earth in the back line, support of the sky in front of your body. Feeling the energy moving in your whole body. Feeling whole as one piece. Feeling how all parts of the body are connected to each other. Being aware of each and every cell of your body. Being fully present. Feeling the vibration of each and every cell of your body. The radiance of your being, the light of your soul. The love in your heart. Bring your right palm to your heart center and left palm to your solar plexus. Feel the connection to the centers, the center of your confidence, of your personality, and the center of the love, the center of your soul. Take a moment to be grateful for this moment of being connected to your heart, of being fully present, fully aware of yourself. Take a moment to be grateful for all the energy you were able to cultivate, all the tension you were able to release in your physical body, your emotional body, your energetic body. If any memories or emotions were stirred up to the surface during the practice, just observe, become aware of them. Notice that they've been stuck in your body, you've been holding them, holding on to them. That most likely didn't process them completely. This is why they came back to you. Just take a moment to be grateful to them for any lessons you've learned through them. And visualize them completely leaving your body, your physical form, your energetic body, your psychic body. Letting go of anything that doesn't serve you. Giving space for the new things, new events, new emotions that are waiting to come to your life. Carefully begin bringing awareness to your physical body, moving your toes and fingers, your lips, bringing your knees into your chest, gently rocking side to side. And rolling to your right side. Feeling the support of the earth. Remembering that it's always there for you to ground, to root. Carefully build your way up to a comfortable seated position. Keeping your eyes closed, staying connected to your practice. Softening your shoulders. Noticing how this pose feels for you, for your hips, your lower back, the whole back body, the shoulders, the neck. Noticing the alignment of your head, the alignment of your shoulders, your posture. Thank you guys for joining me for this fun practice. I hope you enjoyed the sequence. It was challenging. I'm sure it was challenging for you on the toes, but this is a very important part of our journey, to start with the toes, let them be our base, let them be our base. This is how we ground, how we root. This is where the whole body is stacking, and this is how the force is transferred when we move, when we walk and jump through the feet and up. And if our feet are not flexible and not agile and not adaptable, the whole structure is influenced. And as I told you, there's lots of lymphatic nodes here, and if the feet are stuck, especially the way we wear our shoes, the kind of shoes that we wear, our feet are suffering a lot, although we don't even notice that. And I hope it was not too discouraging for you, and if it was at some moments that you were able to modify or take your rest pauses when needed, let me know in the comments how you feel in your whole body. Maybe walk around the room, or when you will be walking during the rest of the day or doing your errands, notice how you feel in your body, in your posture, in the way you move. I'm sure something will change or feel different. Again, share with your friends, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Until we meet again, namaste.